Most people think financial control comes from budgeting, tracking every expense, cutting costs, and trying to save as much as possible. But here's the truth. No matter how tight your budget is, it can never match the impact of earning more money. Negotiating your salary is the fastest, most powerful way to increase your financial freedom, build wealth, and even beat inflation. While budgeting manages the money you already have, negotiation directly changes the size of your paycheck, and the difference it makes over time can be life-changing. Today, we will talk about why negotiating salary matters more than budgeting. So, before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. The power of income over expense management. Consider this. Trimming $200 per month in discretionary expenses saves $2,400 per year. That is significant, but compare it to negotiating just a 5% salary increase on a $70,000 annual income. That's an additional $3,500 per year before taxes. Over a 10-year career, assuming moderate raises, that single negotiation could yield tens of thousands more than years of rigorous expense cutting. The math is clear. Income growth trumps expense reduction by orders of magnitude. Furthermore, controlling your expenses has diminishing returns. The harder you try to cut costs, the more lifestyle sacrifices you make, often reducing your quality of life without materially impacting your long-term wealth. Negotiating your salary, however, doesn't reduce your lifestyle. It enhances it. More importantly, the effects of higher income compound over time, especially when leveraged into savings and investments. Compounding wealth starts with higher earnings. Income is the fuel for wealth compounding. When you negotiate a higher salary, every aspect of your financial future benefits. More income means more contributions to retirement accounts, higher employer matches, and more capacity to invest in assets that generate passive income. Even small percentages saved from a higher salary can grow into substantial wealth due to the power of compounding interest. For example, saving $5,000 per year at a 7% annual return over 30 years results in roughly $468,000, nearly $500,000. If your salary were $10,000 higher and you saved a portion of it, your future wealth would increase dramatically. Budgeting alone cannot replicate this effect. It merely stretches existing income. Negotiating for more money creates the opportunity for compounding, which is the true engine of long-term financial freedom. The psychological impact of salary negotiation. Negotiating your salary isn't just about money, it's about mindset. Successfully asking for a raise reinforces your confidence, self-worth, and belief in your professional value. It instills a sense of agency. You are no longer passively accepting what's offered, but actively shaping your financial reality. Psychological studies show that individuals who negotiate tend to have better career outcomes over time, not just in salary, but in promotions, professional opportunities, and career satisfaction. Budgeting, while valuable, rarely changes your mindset about your earning potential. Negotiation teaches you to recognize your own value, advocate for yourself, and make financial decisions from a position of power rather than scarcity. Budgeting alone cannot keep up with inflation. Inflation steadily erodes the purchasing power of your money. A dollar today is worth less tomorrow. While budgeting can help stretch your current dollars, it cannot increase the amount of money coming in to offset rising costs. Negotiating salary, however, directly addresses this problem. A well-negotiated pay increase ensures your income grows alongside, or faster than, inflation, preserving your lifestyle and financial stability over time. Failing to negotiate wages can result in a subtle but significant loss of wealth. For example, if your salary remains stagnant for 10 years, while the average inflation rate is 3% per year, your real income effectively decreases by almost 30% over that period. No amount of budgeting can fully compensate for this loss, but a well-timed salary negotiation can prevent it entirely. Why many employees undervalue negotiation. Despite the clear financial benefits, most employees do not negotiate. Why? fear, lack of knowledge, or cultural conditioning. Many people believe asking for more will damage their reputation, make them seem greedy, or risk losing a job offer. Others simply underestimate their own market value. Research shows that women, minorities, and younger workers are less likely to negotiate, which contributes to persistent wage gaps. However, studies also demonstrate that negotiation is often expected and respected by employers. Those who ask usually receive some form of increase, even if not the full amount requested. Not negotiating is effectively leaving money on the table, often for decades. Strategic steps to negotiate salary effectively. Salary negotiation is a skill that can be learned and improved. Key strategies include: research your market value. Use platforms like Glassdoor, PayScale, and LinkedIn to understand industry standards for your role, experience, and location. Document your achievements. Quantify your impact. Use metrics, sales numbers, project completions, client satisfaction to prove your contribution. Practice communication. Negotiation requires clear, confident, and polite communication. Prepare scripts and anticipate objections. Time it right. Performance reviews, promotions, or new job offers are ideal moments. Timing your request strategically increases success rates. Focus on total compensation. Salary is important, but also consider bonuses, stock options, healthcare benefits, and retirement matches. Know your minimum. Determine the lowest acceptable offer and be prepared to walk away if your value is not recognized. Even a small increase, like 3 to 5%, can ripple into tens of thousands over a career. A one-time negotiation early in your career compounds far beyond what a strict budget could achieve. Negotiation creates a virtuous financial cycle. Negotiation doesn't just improve your salary, it transforms your entire financial ecosystem. Higher income allows larger savings, better investments, and opportunities to explore side hustles or entrepreneurial ventures. This creates a feedback loop. The more you earn, the more you can invest. The greater your long-term wealth. Budgeting, while useful, cannot create this multiplier effect. Negotiating your income first amplifies the effectiveness of all other financial strategies. Real-life examples: how negotiation beats budgeting. Consider Sarah, a marketing professional earning $60,000 per year. She meticulously budgets, cuts her coffee spending, and saves $200 per month. After attending a negotiation workshop, she requests a $5,000 raise, backed by her achievements. She receives the increase, and over the next 10 years, this initial negotiation grows with annual raises, ultimately contributing over $70,000 more than if she had only relied on budgeting. Another example is John, a software engineer who negotiated a 10% salary increase when switching jobs. This decision allowed him to max out his 400 in ONIC and invest in ETFs. Over 20 years, the compounding growth of these investments vastly outpaced any savings he could have achieved through frugal living alone. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.